Ben, overall, team-wise, that was a good day with the bat, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. We're obviously under a bit of pressure. Anytime a team gets over 500 against you, you've got that scoreboard pressure all the time in the game. So, yeah, there were different times when we lost a couple of wickets and they were on top of us, and we managed in those moments just to gradually shift some momentum back in our way and ended up finishing the day pretty well.
It's important, obviously, individuals get runs. You had half centuries from Mark Stoneman and Nick Gubbins and Felix Organ, but it needs somebody to go on and get a big 100. You were that man.
Yeah, really pleased. Obviously, in our favour, the pitch is a good one for batting. So once you get in, you want to go and cash in. Like you say, we got off to a decent start with senior left-handers played really well. But then, as I say, we just lost a couple of wickets through the day. I thought Durham bowled really well. They're very wholeheartedly out there. They came at us all day. So yeah, we just need to steady the ship, and yeah, pleased I was able to stay there till the end.
What were the challenges the bowlers were posing?
There's a bit of swing with the breeze. They targeted the stumps pretty well. I don't know if it was reversing or conventional, just sort of ducking in late. And as I say, they charged in all day with their three seamers. I think they're a pretty good attack. They've got international quality in there. So yeah, they were hard work all day. There was a little bit of spin. It kind of ebbed and it flowed through the day. There were times where the pitch was really slow, times when it offered a bit of spin for Parky and Drizzle. But yeah, in the end, it's a pitch that is in favour of the batters, and we just needed to bat long.
A tricky morning, wasn't it? You lost 3 wickets and you were pushed up the order. We'll come to that in a minute, but 129 for 3 when you came in. I mean, that was a particularly tricky time, wasn't it?
Yeah, as I say, there's always scoreboard pressure. 5, 10 or 11, whatever they got is a big score on any pitch. So yeah, throughout the day we had pressure on us. And we knew we were, look, it was a big toss to lose really, if we're being totally honest. Obviously, we would have wanted to bat first there as well. The pitch probably hasn't deteriorated as much as it might have done. So it stayed good. But yeah, as I say, the scoreboard pressure was the big thing. As I say, a good attack coming at us. We managed to withstand it.
You've been in good form this year and been left stranded a couple of times, haven't you? Not out. Was the idea of pushing you up the order because you're in good form?
Yeah, I think as a stranded is how I felt. Look, as a senior player, you want to impact the game. I just felt that I wasn't doing that enough, and I think it's always on the senior guys to really set the tone and try and impact the game. And I didn't quite feel right batting at 7, so yeah, I wanted to jump up the order and try and get into the game earlier. And luckily on this occasion it worked.
I'm just wondering now, being made captain, during the winter, more responsibility for you at this stage of your career. Do you think that's going to help all round your keeping, but especially your batting?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I think generally speaking, it gets the best out of me. It tended to at Sussex. I think I enjoyed that responsibility. There was always days, I think any captain will tell you, there's always days where captaincy can go the other way and you feel a bit tired and your head's frazzled. But no, look, I've got good support around me. We've got some really good senior players in this team, which really lightens the load from the captaincy point of view. So yeah, it's just about enjoying that responsibility and enjoy batting up with the order.
So you're still there tomorrow morning. Shame about Felix Organ, 160 odd for the 7th wicket you two put on.
Yeah, he played brilliantly. Again, he was under pressure when he came in there. It was his first game of the season in the first team. We were just sort of teetering a little bit there, and again, a long way behind in the game. So it was a crucial knock from him to take us past the follow-on, which kind of eased the pressure on us.
Yeah. So you're still there. You've got 3 wickets in hand. You're only behind by 82 going into day 4. So what's the plan then?
I think if we can get another couple of partnerships together, you obviously want to get up as close as we can, if not beyond, really. That's probably the only way we can really start to think about putting them under pressure, is if we can get, match their score or even, a lead of 50, something like that. And then, look, it's a half a chance, isn't there, The momentum and change of pressure, see if it spins a little bit in the last innings and try and put them under pressure. But it's obviously a long shot from here.